So controller is working, I can confirm. So I'm gonna hit continue. And I do actually want to talk about the controller a little bit. What's the name of this one? I actually really debated for a long time what controller to get. I got the Elite Series 2. I used to be into computer games. This is why I'm doing this. Used to be in control. Okay, you're talking over me here.
So many memories.
We need to.
It's not home anymore.
Need to talk about.
Not without.
You're talking over me. Used to be. Oop. Okay. Apparently I forgot the controls. Okay, so I've been playing on hard. I've been playing on hard since the beginning. I've used the Elite Series 2, which I thought was a little expensive when you can just plug in a PlayStation 4 controller. This is literally a PlayStation 4 game that they ported over. And I wanted to kind of get a controller I could use for a lot of games. So I ended up buying this one, and I'm actually quite happy with it. I mean, there's a million reviews online, so I'm not going to go over it, but you can pull off the buttons, and they're attached magnetically, so they don't slip off. But what that does is allows you to try different kinds with more grip, less grip. If you're playing a lot of like fast, kind of twitchy fighting games, you know, you're going to want something that has some grip. At the same time, if you're playing for a long time, you're probably not going to want one with too much grip because you're going to tear up your thumb skin. That's a real problem. Old school gamers, remember that. And I'm just getting used to managing, excuse me for my nose itching here. No, this is a little unprofessional. But let's see. I'm going to have my cell phone here as a way to manage the chat. This is my first stream, so I'm still kind of getting used to where to put everything on my desk. I did a test run yesterday to work out some of the technical issues, which didn't seem to actually help with the technical issues. So I'm going to put that kind of over here. Well, I guess I can put it over here. Okay, now I have way too many wires. This is why I love my wireless controller that for some reason I have to plug in right now for this to work. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the game itself, and I'll do that kind of looking at the map. So this is where you start, literally where you start. And what I enjoyed about playing this game on hard is up until about, for me at least, as someone who's not a huge gamer and just getting back into things, up until about level 30, hard was genuinely hard, to where the thought of not fast traveling, but having to go somewhere, especially if it's somewhere off the beaten path, somewhere that's going to take a long place between saving. This is a game where you can only save at campfires. The campfires are everywhere, though. It's not like Dark Souls or anything. But the idea of walking too far away from a save point in this game was actually quite intimidating. Everywhere you went, you were just attacked constantly. Now, there is a Frozen Wilds, as you can see, I got all the collectibles. Frozen Wilds expansion. Obviously, I bought this version on PC here, and so it came with this already. That's what this whole area is. Here's what I would say. This would be my advice to anybody who asks a question. And I did Google this, and I got kind of various answers, and I think I'm happy with the way I did it, which is you could go to the Frozen Wilds pretty much any time before the final mission. Actually, I realized I titled this stream Final Mission. I probably, you know what? I'm going to edit that. I'm going to change that to Final Missions because save. I don't actually know if this is the final mission. So from the narrative, it feels like I'm very much at the end of the game. And see, they give you level recommendations. I did the Frozen Wilds expansion here right before what I think is the final mission, which is the Looming Shadow. So this stream will be spoiler, it will contain spoilers for the final mission. So if you want to play this game and you really want to experience the storyline, well, get on it, because this part 2, the sequel, is coming out soon. And that's actually, I saw a trailer for the sequel and I thought, you know what, I just kind of miss this game. I stopped playing the PlayStation about a year and a half ago. It really felt like it wasn't really keeping up. I wasn't really enjoying it. Some of the visuals, the super long load times, it just wasn't a good gaming experience anymore. And I couldn't get it in my hand on a PS5. I'm sure there are lots of ways, and I actually did end up getting one thanks to I think Jake Randall's YouTube page. Highly suggest following him. But if you kind of Google how to get a PS5, you'll probably find him. So he does live streams, tips, how to buy one. I followed that and I got it probably the third time I tried after a year of trying on my own. However, let's dive into the game. Highly recommend playing on hard. Definitely recommend doing the expansion. Based on the way the story is going, I would find it a little odd to do the expansion after the main quest. The main quest is that you're going to kind of stop the evil machines. Probably not forever is what it feels like, but that it's definitely within kind of your ability to stop the current coming apocalypse. Again, spoilers from here on out. This is a gravestone. If you don't know who died, you probably shouldn't be watching this stream. So let's, this will be the final time I'm talking to this gravestone. So they have this mechanic in other games too, including Days Gone, and I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Hi, Rost. Not much has happened since my last visit.
I wouldn't say that.
I found out how Elizabeth died. She sacrificed herself, as you might expect. Said something about going home. I wonder where that was for her. If I ever find out, I'd like to go there. See it myself. Assuming I actually survived the battle at Meridian, of course. Which, let's face it, is... well... who knows? Well, I guess I should be going.
That's another reason I wanted to kind of finish this game up with the sequel coming out is, again, spoilers. I mean, it's called Final Missions, so spoilers all day. But this main character is in the sequel, so it's like, well, they don't necessarily die. And that's not true for some very deep story games that have sequels that are actually prequels. I won't mention any names, Red Dead. And so I thought, you know what, let me really get this game going, really beat the whole thing. And actually what I would say is, if you look at anything gray, like this campsite, I have not been there. I've been here, I've been everywhere around it, but I haven't been right there. And this is the kind of game, and I haven't played a game like this in a long time. Maybe not even The Witcher, really, where a game where you really want to go to every little place. So after I finish this final mission, I actually might 100% this thing. I'm not sure that would necessarily be all that entertaining, but there's a lot of interesting kind of areas. And as I mentioned before, the game feeling difficult all the way up until level 30. What I was going to say about the expansion is I ended up not getting to the expansion until I was like a level 50 or something. I basically have every skill maxed out. There's a skill tree, and it was hard all over again. So that was kind of a nice surprise. I was thinking I was getting to that point in the game where you feel a little overpowered, as a lot of games get. It's a difficult balance. You have to feel rewarded for all your achievements. So if the game is the same difficulty, then what did you really accomplish? So what I'm going to do now is, well, first of all, I have not played in kind of way too long, but once you get to a certain point in the game, you don't have to craft as much. You end up buying a lot of your ammo and components, and that's really just an ease thing. It's not even necessarily an efficiency. There's so much loot, and your resource pack just fills up so fast. So I'm just gonna like literally go through and buy even these like super basic arrows. The crafting's actually, I'll show you just briefly. When you pull up the weapon wheel, you can select your weapon, and down there at the bottom you see it says press A to, oh, I'm in the way. So, get out of the way. Okay, anyways, you see where it says pressed A to craft? You can't really see that.
Look, I'll give you a good price.
There we go. So it says press A to craft. That's how you craft. So, you know, here we go. I'll craft this.
Well traveled? Yes.
Okay, stop talking to me.
I would like to talk to you.
Here's a complaint in the game. This merchant is looking for something very specific, a collectible that you get in the game. I've collected them all, and I have sold them all to him. And every time I walk by, he's like, "Hey, can I talk to you? There's things that I want to sell." Yeah, we know. I think I have one of all of the best weapons in the game. There's a lot of outfits you can buy. Once you get this outfit that I'm wearing, it doesn't have any special abilities like stealth, but it does. So like, for example, let me show you. So this area, it will protect you against sonic effects. This area you'll actually regen over time. This is from the expansion. The expansion had a lot of good armors. But this one I added mods so that this is very resistant to electrical attacks. And once you get high resistance to a specific attack, this is more my general all-around combat one. But once you get high resistance, you can really take on creatures of that specific damage type, and they will do very little damage. But meanwhile, they hit you, and on hard at least, it's like 85% of your health in one hit. So, but this is a specific armor that will take a huge amount of damage and deplete the shield over time, and then the shield will regenerate, so you won't actually lose any health.
You're everything I'm not.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Brave, active.
You look up,
Talk a spell.
I guess it'd be this way? Is it this way? Let's see. No, right here. No. Oh, you can't see it. Anyways, if you look up in the corner, over my health, that blue, that kind of blue, that's the shield, and it will deplete and then come back. I forget how much I've cropped my screen.
Falling in love with a merchant's daughter.
Oh, they do a lot of talking, more than I remembered. I'm normally not playing on headphones, really. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna dive right in. This is... Alright, let's just check out... Oh, this merchant. Okay. Just gonna do a final check.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
Okay. We're gonna do what I think is the final mission, which is essentially trying to stop the main bad AI. And one thing I did read, I kind of read a mild spoiler myself when I was looking for some other information, was that there's kind of this final battle where everyone gets together, and although I never played it, kind of Mass Effect style. Oh, look at that, she's out of breath. That's me lately. That's me running around since the pandemic. But there's a component where people that you've helped and people that you've come across will aid you in battle. So it'll be interesting to see how many of them show up. I've done a lot of random wandering around this world helping people. In fact, I've been saving this final mission so long that I wanted to play that I've logged in and just wandered around, and I ended up finding a whole side quest that was actually really entertaining where I could help a whole village from some bandits. The bandits were ridiculously easy to kill. My basic bow using my basic arrow. Obviously, they weren't meant to be found at level 59. Okay, here we go. Let's talk to the Sun King. I kind of wanted to, well, wait until more people got on, but it's okay. One of my buddies said he was going to get on, but that's all right. He can also watch the VOD. Shout out to Bobby Bad News. Okay, excuse the drinking. I just realized I don't have a mute button. I should probably hotkey that. Okay, here we go.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
Good thing I
And have
built
the
up
city
some
guard
credibility with these
fortify
people.
the Western Ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, I thought she was gonna tell him.
Have you spoken to Blameless Mar-
Not yet, but I will.
He wishes to speak to you. Defensive...
Okay. I'd like to know everything she knows about the enemies, personally. This guy, he is like the king's advisor. I was a little suspicious of the king, but he actually has not done anything
Quietly
wrong yet.
does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival.
I hope the Sun King rewards you for saving his brother.
Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the rigid defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel.
Hello, Bobby
Some
Bad
came from
News.
Meridian,
Glad you could
others
join
the
us.
Shards. But many came for you, by name.
For
I
me.
can see and hear you just
don't look
fine.
so hot.
Awesome. Hey, here's a question for you that I can only ask somebody in the chat. When the characters are talking and I'm talking, do they get a little bit quieter? Because they're supposed to. So I'm
The
gonna
ridge will be the front line.
talk over this guy right now.
That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Aaron
Okay.
and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire.
Really?
They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will.
All right, just to catch you up, this is the final mission, or close to the final mission, of Horizon Zero Dawn. So if you don't want spoilers, well, it's too late.
I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Okay. Actually, I can turn them up a little bit. Let me just switch this and this up a little bit. So, oh yeah, you know, half of this is just about tweaking dials. That guy looks like Fred Armisen from SNL days. That is spot on. You know, he almost sounds like him too, like he could do an impersonation of this guy.
I'm afraid all we can do is wait. Get some rest at Olin's apartment. Or tend to other matters.
All right, you see in the quest up there, it says optional. In this game, I do everything that says optional. So, it's happening. Although, be careful with the options, because I have also accidentally skipped optional things and did that. Okay, so this is rest before the final battle. So the optional things are out here. So I'm just going to fast travel, save ourselves a little time running around. Loot. Something I learned in this game, always be looting. Just kidding. Actually. But this red stuff here,
Them soon enough.
that actually heals you, so you do need that. Oh,
Petra. Here she is.
This is a
the
lady I
guest of
helped.
honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of.
Option.
And
We
I don't
did.
say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murat asked me to look over the city arsenal.
actually
These
had
guns have
to
aged well.
reduce
That runs
the
in the Ostrom, no?
quality,
They were
the
the
graphics
pride
quality in
of the
order to
main
stream
spring
without
forges.
lagging. And
So
honestly, it
I've
actually
taken
still looks really
greater
good.
pride in
So
improving
hopefully that's coming through at a decent quality. So this is one of the characters I helped out during the game. So it looks like she's here to help me at the final mission, which is a great little touch.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Okay, hold left trigger to load the ammo, right trigger. Or drop it on the ground and not be able to pick it back up. Cool. Oh. I can't leave this area. That makes sense. I just kind of want to...
This is it.
Oh. Okay. Wow. Well, my aim sucks, but this thing is very powerful.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
Okay. Oh, looks crisp. Good. Yeah, I had to mess with like 100 options. It was a little ridiculous.
Range is good. Try the next.
Oh, I'm just doing my own thing, but meanwhile, she wants me to hit targets. The character's making combat noises. I don't know about this spiral above me.
See? That'll knock a machine on its ass. Ancient or
myself
no.
up.
With these, I think we could hold off an army.
This is definitely a spray and pray weapon. Wow, okay.
You know that I appreciate your help, Petra. This battle, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh, don't be so sensitive.
We'll see each other again.
She's
I know
tough.
it. Next time could be the time I'll convince you to stick with the free heap.
Petra, you know
I do. Always had a weakness for restless girls, though.
I think she's into me. Okay, where's the next one? Oh, there's multiple people.
Have you just polished that armor with it?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nothing.
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong, for the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot.
Thanks for the
especially now.
The feedback.
Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened.
I'll probably be streaming until about 10, so feel free to hop back on if you want.
Again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Okay, cool little feature. People that I've helped along the way are just here to
they called
help
you
me
back
fight.
To duty.
So you're the one behind all this commotion.
And this is a 12-year-old.
Finally show his sword arm from behind those robes.
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went
I don't
easy
actually
on them.
remember this character.
Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
Okay. This is great. Oh, everybody is here.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
I don't trust her, so
ready to
it's
fight?
nice she's here to help us.
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else.
I was thinking the same thing.
Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
It's a bad idea.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life.
Really?
The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
Okay. That was pretty
I
convincing.
only fight when I have to. But by the time I have to, I usually want to.
I can't talk to this guy? Oh, there he is. Oh.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills.
I don't remember like half of these people.
Eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again.
Oh.
Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but...
Now I know who this guy is.
What you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road, Vanasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
Okay. Oh, another one. Ooh, blue is rare loot.
I told you I'd be here.
Known this guy since I
You
was a
did,
kid.
Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
I like the Nora. At least the people of the Nora. I mean, I guess you're supposed to. That's who you start as. Why am I looting on the final mission? Always looting. Okay, well, I guess I should probably visit the Spire. I can't fast travel there. I'm like so lazy. All right, we're gonna fast travel. Oh, hello, cheeky, geeky shop. You, I don't know what button I just pushed, but you have an Etsy shop, right? You should link that. All 28 views we've gotten, they might see that. Pop it in the chat, and then that way I can actually look at it too. Because I know you told me about it, but I forgot, and I didn't save it. So, perfect. So these red things fill up your, if you look in the top near my health. And on the quick key down there, there's that green plus. So the red herbs fill up your ability to kind of quick heal. Call it your medicine pouch, but it's the every time you're in combat, push it real quick button. Excuse me. Oh, I guess I should talk to these people.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
Oh, more people from earlier in the game.
The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army. Yes, that's why I came.
The Banuk are the coolest people in this game. They exist in the Frozen Wilds DLC, which is a very intense area with very challenging enemies, and the native people that live there are actually amazing fighters, so it totally fits.
I didn't expect you to come all this way.
It's true, I am a stranger in this green and snowless land. Aurea forgave the Karja, but I never did. Still, I was compelled to come for my once chieftain. It's good to see you leading again. This young ice hunter seeks to prove herself also. Her spark reminds me of Aurea's in our youth. And I'm proud to take my place behind you on this hunt. A great challenge.
Survive and prevail, right?
There is no other way.
Okay. He's also a certified badass. So it'll actually be good to have him here. Most of the early NPCs that help you out in fights die immediately, and if they're unkillable, they get knocked out immediately. And it's like, why are they even here? They're not even a distraction, because as the protagonist, the enemies always go after me. But when you're in the Frozen Wild DLCs,
Talana,
the Banuk actually help you fight and legitimately help.
Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the Lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
The beginning...
Are you sure
You're risking your life
cutting them off.
for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
The Hunter's Lodge quest series started really strong and interesting, and once you get to kind of a certain point, it just, like, the resolution, it felt rather unsatisfying. I'm gonna actually pop down here and see if there's any other kind of characters. So all of these characters that I've talked to are people that I've interacted with, but I don't think any of them are required, with the exception of the DLC characters. In order to complete the DLC, would have had to interact with them, but everyone else has been optional so far. So that's a neat little feature. Okay, wow. So this is where we're going to be fighting, huh? I'm going to call it now. Something comes out of this or goes into this. Maybe it goes into this and you do a final battle. One of the major strengths of this character, you'll see these like ropes and everything. Obviously she's got some serious parkour skills because it's a modern open world game. But one of the strengths of the character is...
So who are these guys?
They call themselves...
her ability to run around.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
It is to the Karja.
Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys just like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
Let's not get cocky, boys. Aloy.
All right, get this conversation off.
So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's... big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the vanguard?
At the front.
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Well, thank you.
Erend.
Nope.
Ursa would be proud.
I have not
Only
played
if we
this
win.
before. Ursa was his sister. You can tell what happened to her by the way he talks about her. I have a bone to pick with my own sister, but that's a story left for another day.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either.
Right.
It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Check the bit rate real quick.
You really want to know?
Sorry. It looks like it dropped a little. No. Seems to be working okay. Okay, sorry. Back to the game.
All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh?
That's actually a pretty good
Thanks for
summary.
telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil because the goddess says, or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Okay, so one last group to talk to.
Rises taller than the highest tree.
These Carja in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many. And now...
War Chief Sona.
Sona's pretty badass too.
War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
I bet.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
They really don't like technology. Oh, that's my marker. Okay, well that's it. Now I rest, and then it looks like the final battle. Wow. And, you know, like I said before, I know it's not the first game to do this, but I think it's a cool feature that all the people I've helped along the way, including most of those people are from optional quests, that they're here to help me fight. Sorry, the little waypoints.
Boland's apartment feels empty.
Oh.
Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished? Well, thank you very much, game, for the reminder. Main quest, all done. Side quests, all done. I've put a lot of time into this game. The errands, this is not a real quest. You can set shop items as like a quest, so it'll remind you to do it. Okay, here we go. I probably should get full health in my medicine pouch. It's also super weird to be sleeping in this guy's bed. He was like this traitor that well, you get a choice whether to kill him or not. I actually chose not to, but here you go. Rest before battle, no way back. We're ready? Here we go. And I'm gonna get just a little cup of water here. Fire stingled up.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there?
Got my earpiece.
Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
Oh, achievement unlocked. I'm in the way. All allies. Oh, well, you missed the achievement because I forgot it was mirrored.
There are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Some quests you just get a skill point regardless of experience gained as well, which is a neat little feature because that also includes some side quests. Do I have my earpiece? Sure hope so. That's how I see machines. Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is. I'm just like Aloy, always walking around with my earbud.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
Then what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Oh. Oh, with a bang. Not a whimper. Oh. Oh, let's see how many times I die on this mission. I'm actually not very good at this game, and I haven't played in like a month. So this is gonna be embarrassing.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
I mean...
Set loaded!
To the
All of
guns.
you, be ready to fire!
Will the guns hold them back?
No.
We're about to find out.
Ooh, maybe they should have hesitated more. Was that the bad guy? Why don't I just jump down on him and kill him from above? It's a skill I have.
No! Rally the Vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
No, because I have dodge hotkey for this trigger. I'm gonna be hitting dodge all day.
Long enough.
Okay.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then.
Oh shit, excuse me.
Why do you fight?
Ooh, these guys are tough.
He's quick.
The end is inevitable.
Nope. Mention I'm not very good at this.
Accept it. Accept your weakness.
I'm like fully decked out, fully upgraded. It's ridiculous. Oops. I mean, if not for that, I would already be dead.
Awaits you.
What?
Meridian must run red to be cleansed.
Fortunately, my armor is insane. There we go. Oh, he is just walking into that. Oh.
If the Deathbringers keep firing, this bridge will go.
Okay. Let's see. Well. Yeah, come at me, come on. There you go. Now we can have a real fight.
It's giving way!
What are you before the terror of the sun?
The one who will take you down!
Ooh, man, he's fast.
I am chosen. You came from nothing.
There we go.
Possible.
Slightly embarrassing.
I am chosen. This was not meant to be.
He really does believe that. Yeah. Usually I do not pick the fist option because I play like a nice guy.
Hades only chose you because you're a fool.
But
A sadistic butcher too stupid to see you were being used.
he needs to die.
Your whole life was a failure. And soon, no one will even remember you. Turn your face to the sun and think about that!
Damn. Shoot. I usually don't pick the mean option. I didn't know if the other options would let him live, though. So, I just wanted to make sure he died. Ooh, purple. We know what purple means. We've played an RPG. Loot.
I can't spare the weight.
I'm out of space. Okay. Go to the ridge. Oh. Just push Y. Almost thought I missed. So I probably should heal. So I'm gonna...
Meridian! Hold the line!
Where do you need me?
Take up the cannon! On the platforms!
Done. Can I leave the platform, though? No. Okay, I can't leave the platform.
It's taking a shot at me!
I missed. Ooh, that was a good shot. This thing is very powerful.
From the west!
Oh, I can't leave the platform because I'm sucking those in as ammo.
No, it's not. Time to go.
I did not notice that before. Time to go. He's about to die. One more. Nice. One of these should kill this thing. There we go. Nice.
South! They're coming from the south!
Coming from the south, which is this way. Oh boy. This game has a mechanic where you can like override the
platform.
This one's fine. Where you can override the programming and you can like take control, and of course, just like Shadows of Mordor, there's then creatures that can't be controlled, and that'll be all of the creatures for the rest of the game. Which, I guess if I had to complain, that would be a small complaint.
Look to the west!
It's such a cool mechanic, and then they basically, anytime you fight the storyline bad guys, you can't use it. He said west. Oh, okay.
That'll help.
Fire's on board!
These things are pretty easy to kill with these superpower weapons. These things would take like 20, 30 arrows, these things that I'm just blasting. And these big guys back here, I mean, they would take a lot more. I've killed 2 of these in the whole game, and now I've just killed 2 more, so.
Here it comes. Better move.
I'm not moving till he's dead.
No sign!
There we go.
In the attack! Roll your arm! But be wary!
Chance to catch a breath. And prepare.
It's like, heal up. Okay, these are not the healing herbs. Oh no, that is. Okay, good. I'm gonna heal. Just press the up so you get the plus on the healing, and it uses some of your pouch. You'll notice the green went down and my health went up. The health looks full because I have shields. My armor provides a shield. Yeah, I'm gonna be up front. It seems easier to shoot these guys from up here. And they're not nearly as tough as they were in the DLC. Uh-oh. I say that right as I miss. Oh, that's right. You know what? It just reached level 60. Got an achievement. Achievement.
Don't want to be here when that hits.
From the sky!
Okay, all of the flying creatures are legit frustrating to fight against, so. This is also the first time in the whole game that every creature isn't coming directly at me. So I'll take that. I'm gonna go up a little, get a better angle. Oh, That one's busy.
Incoming! Gotta drop it and move!
The game seems to be implying that the threat of the big machine shooting me from afar means I need to be constantly moving, but he is...
By the sun!
Is this still on hard? Did I accidentally turn... No, it's still on hard. I've had it on hard the entire game, and
It's taking a shot at me!
so far this has been considerably easier than other parts of the game. If you haven't played the game, it's kind of hard to describe how powerful this thing I'm shooting is. But even this little guy down here, he would take like 3 or 4 of my superpowered. The first time I just shot that thing, I blew up. First time I fought one of those, it was like a 20-minute battle. So I'm still full health because my shield is protecting me and recharging.
Stormbird!
Okay. The Stormbirds are legit terrifying. Let's see. I just wanted to kind of get full blast on that, but I kind of ended up missing anyways. This game has a little bit of an aim slow motion feature that you can recharge, so that's why that was slowed down there.
Springer fire incoming!
You see, this creature right here is already more terrifying than that thing that we just fought. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm actually shooting him with my normal bow that removes parts. Then he won't be able to blast me as effectively. This is partially why flying creatures are so tough in this game. They just get right above you, and you
Here it comes.
You don't have the ability to shoot that high. Have fun shooting at the castle. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'll be on until about 10 p.m. Pacific. Horrible miss. Yeah, I know, hard. This doesn't really look hard. All I'm doing is going from platform to platform, holding down left trigger, pulling right trigger. I was actually a little worried that streaming the final mission would be kind of embarrassing because I'm not very good at this game. So far, not too bad. Okay. Oh. Well, we just killed 4 of them. Here's 3 more all at the same time.
Incoming! Ah!
Aloy! Aloy! Aloy!
Yeah, I'm moving. Don't shout at me.
Mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they...
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Teb. I've gotta go.
Okay. Oh, it dropped me to 0 health. Should I... Oh, look how cheap I am. I'm gonna be so cheap and go over to my recovery over time gear. Hope that doesn't bite me in the ass. Oh, I can't get him out.
Gotta press on.
This reminds me like the scene of Last of Us 2.
I'll finish you!
Okay, so it is in fact a horrible idea to have that outfit on and to not just heal myself.
Aloy, go! We'll draw them.
Oh, okay.
Now you face their true son, shadow demons.
You sure? You guys got this? Alright.
Stand before us! Fall beneath us!
That's what the plot wants. Who am I to get in the way of the narrative? Is that lagging on the stream? Maybe just a hiccup. Oh, look at all these healing pouches they give you. Alright, where am I going? Oh, to the spire. So I literally just was there before all this happened. There we go.
It's begun. Hades is transmitting.
Hades. Oh. This is not good. He did. Well, I was just saying how the final mission has been weirdly easy, but yeah. Yeah, one of these things could kill like 500 untrained people, so pretty easily. Oh. This is bad.
If Hades has started the signal, it must have gotten through the defenses.
Yeah, it seems like this is where I probably should have been.
Aaron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
Yeah, they're all dead. I mean, what were we expecting? Oh no. Really bad at these. Earlier in the game, I was jumping post to post and totally failed.
Gotta keep going. Keep pushing. Knew this wouldn't be easy.
This is a modern
holding back
climbing game though, so you just hold up. And you'll get there eventually. Oh.
Aloy! It's Aloy! Well, you can see that. We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Yes.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right? Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should stock up. Last chance.
Good, stock up, and I'm like completely full inventory. Hey, health potions. Okay. This is it. I'm assuming there's a auto save here, if not a save. Should I talk to these people? No. I mean, in the real kind of narrative of the game, machines all over the world are converting into insane killing machines, so the character probably would want to rush. Am I missing something? How do I get over there? Oh. A little bit of a doobie-doobie dum-dum there. You will take fall damage in this game. So. The hand points are painted yellow. Oh shit. Dang it. I think I missed.
Arrival of entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission.
An entity. Ooh, wow, that is so loud.
To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of entity has been accounted for.
So this is like a super powerful AI bent on destroying the world. For its own reasons. So it was programmed to do that. Only had one of those guns, huh? Take it out in like 10 seconds. Okay, so this is now the embarrassing part of the game.
Right there!
So weakness, fire, and electricity. So we're gonna shoot it with electrical bombs. And shoot it with electrical bombs. And I'm gonna take its guns off using this part removing tool. And I missed. So it opened up its vents. Oh, that's in the game? That's a new sound. Sorry. I was completely confused what that sound was. Okay. So basically, all these big scary monsters, I mean, of course they all have weaknesses, but what I'm trying to do right now is just remove parts, and let me make sure I have the right weapon equipped. So I'm going to do the blast sling, which shoots basically fire grenades, and I have one that's best at removing parts. Okay, yeah, this is the one that's currently equipped, and it's only 159. So I have my high damage one equipped, not my part removing one. This one is 230 removed at removing parts, so that is much better. Oh yeah. Lower level machines take like 1 or 2 hits, but these guys take like a dozen in the same spot. One cool feature is the slow-mo. Okay, so he's going down to open up his vents, so I'm gonna blast him. My armor lets me act like a total idiot and just stand.
Walking away from this.
That was a little embarrassing. I have not taken out any of his guns yet. Oh, man. This is a difficult battle here. Come on. I just want to remove at least one gun and feel like I've done something. You get it? Oh, okay. One gun off. Use the healing potion. Aha! Okay, he is exposed. Oh, missed it.
Somehow.
You know what? I think I'll blast him with fire. When he gets overheated, the vents open up and they take massive damage, but I'm, for some reason, unable to get those vents open. there's a timer. Oh, holy shit. I am so going to lose. Okay, new strategy. New strategy. Wow. I'm going to use the fire blaster. And I'm going to... Why do I keep selecting the wrong one? And I'm going to get up close and try to overheat him. I didn't realize the timer was going. This is probably the first time in the whole game there's ever been a timer. Even though it makes a lot of sense in other points in the game. Okay, there we go. This is actually working a lot better. I should have done this immediately. There we go.
Can't let Hades throw us down anymore.
Mechanic of picking up the machine's weapons and blasting
Another
with
fight
it.
of machines! Are you ready? Take them out first!
I did not see that timer. Come on. Oh, come on, Joker. This is embarrassing. Okay, I'm gonna try this. The reload. These new weapons are cool, but... Oh, look at that. Hey, like that. Oh, dodge, dodge. Okay, he's overheating. There we go. This is way more effective than trying to blast parts off of him.
With the time I've got left, I can do this.
I'm glad you're confident. That's all you got?
Metal children have fallen.
Whole goal is overheat him, make him open up, and then it'll do 2 or 3 times the damage. Here we go. Come on.
4 of them on the way.
Don't let them overrun us!
So I will say the other people that I'm fighting with, they've done a great job of holding these other machines off of me. Oh, and just as soon as I say that, attacked by the other machines.
Still got time.
Okay, back to the strategy that was working so well.
Execute.
Aloy, that blasted heap wants your blood.
Back down now.
I know. Reload. This like slam he's doing is like the least impressive thing that he does.
Slain. Our arrows were true.
your stomp all day, you're gonna die. So... Oh, I cannot craft any more of that. Oh, I've never ran out of crafting materials before. Huh.
That's it. My way's clear.
Finish it, Aloy! Finish it now!
Okay. It was legit intense there, running out of ammo.
System threat imminent.
Oh, it's imminent. See you later. Really? Not the other side? Really?
Master Override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek.
Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging Extinction Protocol.
Just in case, just destroy it anyways. Just pick it apart, use it for parts. Wow. So we'll say the final mission is that battle there was a good solid battle for this game, but still not as hard as the first time you fight that same machine. I wonder if it is because I had all the allies there. I was saying they did a good job of keeping the other machines off of me. It's definitely one of the harder elements of this game, is having the... Okay. Are they friends now? Sorry. One of the harder elements of this game is having multiple machines attack you at the same time, because so much of it is strategy and putting the right kind of arrow in the right place. So yeah, if you're gonna have an easier time with that final mission, get all the allies you can.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Wow. Okay. If you haven't seen the game, the ending made no sense. If you haven't played the game up to this point, I mean. But yeah, it's kind of nice. A lot of the game revolves around, at least in the end, kind of maybe third act, it very much revolves around this idea of what is life and the value of life. So those of you who are not big fans of the AIs and machines taking over, this is also a cautionary tale. In the end, though, however, it's an AI that saves us humans. It's also Aloy. Yeah, so I guess my final thoughts, review of the game, I would say it's definitely worth playing, for sure. Great storyline, very open world, so you can, I would personally recommend getting far enough in the storyline that you open up access to, which would be Meridian, but that would give you access to the rest of the world as well by the time you get there in the storyline. That's kind of the major city that you have access to. After you progress enough in the storyline to understand all the AIs involved in what's going on in the world, then go to the Frozen Wilds DLC. Complete that before you end the game. If, however, you get to the Frozen Wilds DLC before kind of the end of the game, and you get out there as soon as you can, some of the things might not make as much sense in terms of the AI that you're dealing with and that you're fighting, but you get some major improvements to your weapons and your bows, your ammo type, your modifications, which increase damage and other damage protection. You also get access to an upgrade to your staff, which is your only melee weapon. You have a single staff, and in Frozen Wilds that gets upgraded quite a bit. It also gets upgraded in the storyline, but not until the very end. I would have, there is a New Game Plus option, but I would have been interested in having the ability to upgrade that staff immediately. Melee combat is very much not part of the game. There are some perks and some skills that increase its effectiveness, but you could tell they did not design the game around you're going to be a large melee character, which should, in my opinion, be a valid playthrough. So that might be a criticism, is until the very end, melee is quite difficult. And that's also playing on hard. If you're playing on normal or like story mode, maybe melee is a more realistic option. But early on in the game, you're doing 14 damage with your staff, and you're doing 20 damage with a very, very, very basic arrow. And very quickly, you're going to be doing 90 damage with those arrows, and your staff's going to be the same. So it's not until the very end where you actually start hitting with as much as a basic arrow. Meanwhile, you have access to arrows and bombs and slings that do hundreds of damage if you hit them in the right spot. And that's just never true for melee. Here in the background, you have what they call cauldrons in this game. And some of the more difficult battles are fought. They're optional though, but they're fought in the cauldrons because you don't have a lot of space to move around. So that's where you're using a lot of your melee. But it's not effective, so it could be a little frustrating. But in a way, it also makes it more difficult. But that's the game. See, looks like this is it. Kind of a lot of people worked on it. I would say the port over to PC was very successful. I did try to play with my mouse and keyboard, and I'm just still getting used to it. I haven't played PC games for 13 years, so I did end up playing with the controller. And usually it's not plugged in, but only today, it didn't work unless I plugged it in. And I would say the controller experience was completely smooth. I thought that would be the case as it's a port from PlayStation, but I'm very much looking forward to more PlayStations coming to PC. NVIDIA also released some Horizon Zero Dawn specific drivers a week ago. I don't know that I got any benefit out of them, partially because I had to downgrade the quality and the FPS so much. It's running at 90. I locked it at 90 FPS, and I'm streaming at 60 hertz. So I didn't notice a difference with the drivers. But if you're not streaming and you're just playing this game full on, that's also kind of a cool experience. It's actually a really, really pretty game. So looking forward to part 2. I was able to secure a PS5, so I might just play it on that. So we'll see if they talk about the PC port. I mean, this was like a year between the release and port. I just kind of missed it, so was happy to pick it up on Steam. So that looks like the end. I always turn the music way down, and that's probably the only thing that's going on right now. I find games... Yeah, there's the music. I find games generally have the music 30-40% louder than the characters are speaking, so sometimes it's a little frustrating because I want to hear the dialogue more than I want to hear anything else. Speaking of that, additional audio. Okay, we are going to skip. Oh, here we go. There's an end.
Friend, remember me?
This is the guy that was kind of helping me, but was never trustworthy.
We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Let's begin.
Ew. Yeah, see this giant creature through the course of the game, you run into the like dead, turned off versions of them, and they're like world destroying size. Ended the war machine threat. Well, for now, the way that ended, I don't know what that means. Congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow prior to the final battle for Meridian. You keep all your loot and experience from your successful playthrough. Hey, I didn't die on the final mission. I just realized that. That's great. Actually, even on hard, I think I only died 2 times in the DLC. It's actually, though, the DLC was harder than this. And really early on, if we're not counting missing a jump one time and falling to my death, which I guess we can't count that. So I think I died like 3 or 4 times in this whole game. That's on hard. I think if you're a competent gamer, you could probably play this on very hard. Unfortunately, what that usually means in games is that enemies just have more health and hit harder, so there's not really any kind of like increase to their intelligence or attacks. But if that meant more enemies in the world, where normally you'd be fighting 3 and instead you're fighting 4, I think that would be great. I don't actually know. I haven't tested it. Okay, so additionally, New Game Plus has been unlocked, granting the option to play with the game again from the beginning with all the loot and skills you've accumulated throughout this playthrough. A New Game Plus loadout of your current inventory and skill set has been created. To play this mode, simply choose the New Game Plus option on the main menu. You can also create new loadouts via the pause menu of the game. Thanks for playing. I have to think about it. I think I'm going to move on to another game. But this is the kind of game that if I had just a little bit more time, I would want to discover every little thing. This is weird because I definitely discovered all of the hunting places, so I'm not sure why this is gray. Actually, they're all gray. That's weird. Maybe some new things have been added, but I think I'm going to give this one a rest. If you were the kind of person that really likes to 100% a game, I think this game is probably worth your time. Just all kinds of fun stuff. And one of the characters that was helping me at the final battle, I just found the last time I played this game. I was wandering, I don't even know where, over here somewhere, and their little town, maybe over here, their little town was just being attacked by raiders and she wanted my help. Okay. I had no idea. Okay, so we're going to turn off the display. There we go. I didn't need to do that, but I just felt weird ending the stream without being able to see everybody. So, thanks for joining. This is my first stream. Speak of the Joker. It ended an hour earlier than I thought it would. But I do appreciate those of you who joined me. And I will upload this to my YouTube as well. Thanks a lot.